What's up, my pungios? Andy with Tech Influence here, excited to go over this very sleek, super tele, 240mm, up to 6x on your iPhone, and up to 40x macro tele zoom. With filter mount, step-up adapters to be able to connect to your iPhone, your Android, your Pixel, granted that you have a T-Series mount adapter. The Tele Macro Kit comes with a number of different features, including the 240mm super zoom telephoto lens. It's got 4x converters that can stack and a 3x lens filter that can support a soft VND, CPL, UV filter, etc. They call this the periscope telephoto camera lens, and I think it's going to be fun to be able to lift up your content creation, running and gunning, portrait photography, etc. With that said, before I jump into it here, I do have a relationship with Shiftcam. However, they did not send this to me. I purchased this with my own money, so my review is my own. With that said, let's go ahead, unbox this, demonstrate it, and show you here the power of the 240mm telephoto lens. Now, what's fun here is they finally adapted to the modern lens mounts, so this will mount to your T-Series mounts. In the creator kit, it does come with a couple of things, including a travel pouch, which is exciting. It comes with a cleaning kit, as well as a travel case, which is nice, made out of durable textile, scratch-resistant material here that's like a fabric woven with a nice durable foam core that gives insulation and this nice microfiber material. You can see here that the lens kit, filter mount, and lens itself is made out of anodized tooled aluminum. Very beautiful to look at, very sleek to be able to bring on your travels. I picked up their variable VND that goes up to 100, which is exciting, and their CPL filter. You can see here I've got the magnification up to 40x with 4 of these 10x step-ups, and then these filter mounts, which are great, that fit right on this threading that Shiftcam has made. Showing you here, this is made out of brushed aluminum. It's a beautiful chassis here that has a chamfer with multiple panes of glass that will step up to that 140mm lens. That's going to give you about a 5x depending on what device you're using. You can see here you've got the T-Series adapter, and then obviously the filter or step-ups that can seamlessly integrate and fit onto the glass, which is nice. I added the variable VND. This is going to be sleek to be able to make cinematography on ProRes log 4K 120. I recently picked up their lens mount camera case. We're gonna go ahead now and fit it on. You can see here it fits really nicely, and I really like that brushed aluminum. Matches the aluminum of the case, giving you a great option here to be able to shoot, run and gun, make content. Let's go on location here and show you what you're getting yourself into. All right, we're here on location with the 140mm lens from Shiftcam. As you can see, it is a T-Series mount. My one qualm here is that it doesn't have a lens cap. I did buy a creator kit that comes with the extra filters, which we'll be showing off. I'm a little annoyed that it doesn't have a lens cap. With that said, we are going to be shooting on the 17 Pro Max is what we are on here. Okay, you can see that my wife is about 5 feet away, maybe 10 feet away from the tripod. You can see here, once we place it into the mount, you're going to see that the lens itself has some serious issues going on 1x. So you actually have to punch in past 2x in order to really utilize the lens. As you can see there, it still has the ring of the edge of the lens. We're going to pinch into about 2.5x. That's really where the lens doesn't show any of the burning or the edge of that lens. And you can see how clean it is. You can tap on the subject and it jumps into that super zoom 140mm. It looks really clean. There's a lot of compression. It looks very sleek as a portrait shot. Now you can see we're starting to record. This is about 5 to 7 feet away from the tripod. You can see how clean the subject looks. It is best to be used on a tripod. You can see some significant compression going on in her face, but I think with the native app, it does a great job being able to give you good blurring and bokeh in the background. My wife has now moved back about 20 feet, about 25 feet, and you can see that this is a great shot. It's still blurring the background of the fence while keeping her in nice sharp detail and not impacting the shot at all. The iPhone's still able to use the sensor shift to stabilize it, and it's just a good option here to be able to make content. Okay, now I'm recording on the Moment app. I wasn't able to actually get the native app to record on the 4X lens. I said 5X before, but it's the 4X tele lens. There is a minimum focal distance and she's about 10 to 12 feet away. If she comes any closer, the iPhone cannot focus appropriately. If you want to, you can use this lens on the 4X mount. It is probably the best that I've seen. And then if you want to, you can punch in and zoom, but at that point, it's just a digital zoom and probably isn't a good idea to use this necessarily past the 4X. You can see the background is definitely very blurry, but I'm actually seeing a little bit of chromatic aberration. It looks a little foggy, but it does have some unique compression here, making the subject look very sharp. And I think the contrast is just fine as well as the sun is going down in my yard. Now that I've zoomed to 2.5X, I'm gonna hand hold it. This is what it looks like as you're walking. That sensor shift still does a good job trying to stabilize here. It's not a good idea to hand hold this and run and gun, but you can still see that it does a good job being able to pull focus on your subject and the background kind of blurs. Coming close here into subject of that little peach spud, the rotten seed there. It does have a minimum focus length there. You can see, but the background is very blurry, which I think is nice. So if you want to get a nice portrait shot, I think this is a good option to do so. Going from a more shady spot in my yard and then going up to the sky, it does a fine job being able to keep contrast, adjust, and focus. Pointing it directly at the sun, it is overcast, but there is a little bit of haloing going on here when I transition down to my fence when there is a light source pointing directly at the lens. Fun to do some bird watching, but you can see as I'm trying to hand hold, stabilize it, it is still pretty shaky. I want to show you some of the focusing here. It can show at the end of the fence, it's focus, and then we can point at that light bulb and that will then pull focus there, but it's still pretty shaky. Lastly, one of my favorite things to do is show bokeh with these little lights that are stringing. There is a minimum focal length, but you can see the bokeh back in the background of those balls. It's probably a better idea to get them further away so you can kind of see that contrast, which is nice. Moving on to the micro step up, you can see here that you've got up to 4X step up, macro zoom if you want to use that. It's really easy and it's really well machined. The anodized aluminum is very sleek. This will get you a very, very long and a little bit more heavy lens when you place it onto your phone. It's best that you put it on the 1X and you have a tripod itself as well. Lastly, it has this 1 to 5 or 6 to 10 step up variable ND filter, which I think are really awesome to be able to level up your content creation, to be able to get motion blur on your subjects that are moving fast. You need a lot of light here because obviously the stops here are going to change the shutter. There isn't enough sun here for me to be able to demonstrate it. And then there's the CPL, which I'm actually using as the lens hood here to protect the lens as I'm shooting out and about in location. All right, I'm on the 240 millimeter lens here, trying to give you a macro shot. There is a minimum focal length and it's very difficult to get this dandelion in focus. Now I've got it in focus here. Let's go ahead and step up to 40X on the micro as well and show you what that micro lens looks like. I've zoomed into 2.8X from the 1X, and this is the 40X macro. I think it looks really sleek. The iPhone is able to actually focus in on it, and you can see how clean that shot looks if the wind is not shaking. You can kind of show here the dandelion and all of its little spores there. I think it looks adorable. Now I took off one of the 10X zooms. This is at 30X. You can see it's less magnified. Okay, this is at 20X. I actually had to adjust the tripod because of the minimum focal distance. I actually need to pull it up a little bit. You can see at 20X, it's a little bit further away than from the other subject. It's about a foot away from the dandelion. We're gonna take the last lens off. You can see at 10X, the minimum focal length isn't enough. I need to push back or pull back this tripod to be able to get it into view. There's at 10X magnification. The background is super blurry. This is almost like a 300 millimeter lens, but this is about 15 inches away, 18 inches away from the subject. With that said, the Creator Kit, I think, is really slick to be able to add to your photography, your cinematography. This is a very slick lens. It is very expensive though, and it is on pre-order. You're basically gonna have to pay to have it pre-order and ship out. It took me a couple of months for it to do so. I'm a little unsatisfied with it because it only matches their camera mount, which is kind of annoying. I have a couple of these other mounts here from Newer or from Small Rig, and they don't fit. So my thought here is that they purposely only made it fit their camera, which is kind of annoying here, to say the least. With that said, the lens, the glass, it is all very impressive. Something that I would highly recommend. However, spending that much money, you might as well buy a couple of lenses from some of the other competitors. With that said, I do have a relationship with the folks at Shiftcam, but they did not sponsor this video. I do have links down below in the description of everything that we went over. Check that out here as it helps the channel. Thanks for watching. Andy with Tech Influence. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.